get set, go. So theme for today is ready, get set, go. Everyone wants to achieve something in their life. Everyone is facing some or the other problem. But the best solution to this is take a pen and a paper, write it down. Day by day, weeks by weeks, try to achieve your goal. Even I try to write whatever goals that I want to achieve. Here it is written improvement in base sila in my company and what other things. Priyanka, was I audible?
You are audible. Is it connected with this one? Is it connected with? Okay, Utkarsh, can you hear us now?
I can hear you. I can hear
Now,
you.
no, but you're using the laptop. I think we can use this again. Yeah, we can already set up. It is set up. My room is not working. Is it coming now? It's not there. Yeah, yeah. I think that
and maybe he can check them.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah. So that was. Guys, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, Mukund.
Guys, can you hear us? Can you someone speak from the?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mukund.
Okay, cool, nice. It's recording.
It's recording. So we are not
Oh yeah, it's recording here. Okay.
So that is not being displayed. Right.
I can hear you. Okay, so maybe we can restart, Utkarsh. Is it possible to start off
Yeah,
again?
sure.
All right, okay, go ahead.
Good morning and heartily welcome to Smedley Speaker Society. Let's begin with the meeting number 881. So, theme for today is ready, get set, go. Everyone wants to achieve something in their life. Everyone is facing some or the other problem. But the best solution is to take a pen and a paper and write it down. And day by day, weeks by week, months by months, try to achieve that goal. Even I practice this thing. I write things what I have to do in my company in July. Like I want to buy a good interface, I want to learn Excel, I want to learn AI. So the best thing you can do instead of procrastination is get ready and get set go. So before we proceed the meeting, here are some ground rules that are to be followed. First, kindly keep your phone on silent mode. Second, request to keep yourself on mute unless you are required to speak. Third, if you choose to speak on sex, politics, or politics and religion, do respect the sentiments of your audience. So, today's presiding officer has been associated with Toastmaster over a decade. He loves the every moment of the journey in Toastmasters. He currently works as a director at Campegemini. Put your hands together and join with me to welcome Toastmaster Mukund Joshi as presiding officer for today.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, Smedlians. In the Toastmasters world, this is a new year. We are starting the year in today, basically, right? And it's a new beginning, right? So what do people do when it's a new beginning at the beginning of the year? Or for many people, it's different. Years start in different times, right? So what do they normally do? The resolution, they take account of what has happened in the last year, what they want to do in the coming year, right? And so on and so forth. Now, I think that is something like that we need to do in our Toastmasters journey also. I think we should take this opportunity, which is actually the beginning of the year, and take a blank paper. Blank paper also signifies new beginnings in a way, right? Take a blank paper and then list down what is it that you want to do in your Toastmasters journey. Okay, don't give too much importance to the number of speeches, the number of levels, I want to become a DTM, the number of pathways and all. I don't think that is not important. Although that is important, that is not the end. The end is what is it that you will gain by doing that level, by doing that pathway. I can give you an example, my own example. I just now completed 3 levels. Now I'm on my 4th level, right? Now I went through the 4th level in the Toastmasters website, and there it mentioned that in this level, I have to practice strategies wherein I can adjust to things when they don't go as planned. They don't go as finalized plan. And I thought it was very apt for me at this point of time in my life. There are so many things that are happening on my office front, on Toastmasters front, on my personal front. My daughter wants to do something else. So there are so many plans that are there in our mind, and we are finalizing so many things. But you never know what can happen tomorrow, right? A plan can materialize or it may just not materialize, right? And this level, which I'm going to do in the Toastmasters, and I went through the in sequence, and it kind of told me that how I should cope up if it does not go as per plan. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity. It is a wonderful forum for all of us to make use of, right? The speeches are on one side, levels are on one side, pathways are on one side. Become a DTM, excellent. We need, the club needs it to get awards, to get recognition. But for our own individual selves, right? I think we need to make use of that, see the essence of what we are going to do in each of our level, and then go accordingly. And then, take a blank paper and say, ready, set, and go. I think that is how I think my suggestion would be to all the Toastmasters over here. So with that small take on the theme, I would like to introduce some of the guests that have joined us. I'll start off with online guests. If I go from the front row, maybe I would request Mudit. Mudit, can you please unmute yourself and tell us why you are here and what made you come to Toastmasters?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So, hi guys. Good morning to all of you present here. And my name is Mudit Trivedi. I am 23 years old, and I just completed my LLB, but I'm still pursuing my studies. And the reason I came here is because of my friend Utkarsh Arora here. So he's been talking about you guys since the past 1 year, as far as I can remember. So we were just discussing a few days back on a video call. We just pick a random topic and we just talk about it, about life, our career wise, and how everything is interconnected, and what should we do, what should not do, just a chatter of like friends here. So I've in the past I've asked him to send me the link. He was like, just come and try, just come and try. So I was pretty resistant to it as of now, but today I was like, okay, let's start. And as you just said that it's a new year, it's a new start of the month, so why not? So I am here.
Thank you, Mudit. So you said you are 30 years old. I am 16 years young.
No, I'm 23.
Okay. So you don't have to mention
Yeah.
your age. You
Okay.
just have to come and speak over here. So
Okay.
thanks, Mudit, for that. Now let's go to our next guest, which is Tara. Tara, I know you have been here many times before as well. You don't seem like a guest to us at least, but still, go ahead, please introduce yourself and let us know what your take is on the theme as well.
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm also Utkarsh's friend, and I'm from Singapore. So I'm here to, like, Utkarsh has been talking a lot about Smedleys as well, and has been asking me to attend one of these meetings so that I know how it goes and whether it'll help me improve my speech. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's hear it for Tara, please. We then have one more. We have Shilpa. Shilpa is not new to Toastmasters, but she's here to give a speech today. But since she's a guest at the Smedleys, Shilpa, go ahead, please introduce yourself.
Can you all hear me? Yeah.
Uh,
I'm from Gabby's and yeah, and such experience I had last time when I
Your
was
voice is breaking
part.
up.
it's still breaking.
Can you please have an introduction?
You're breaking, Shilpa. You're on mute if you're speaking.
Can you do the other introductions first? I'll change my earphones meanwhile.
All right, sure. No problem. Okay, so we have next guest, Devika. Devika, can you unmute yourself and give a brief introduction?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Devika. I am studying a degree in SSMRV College as BCom. Thank you.
Thank you, Devika. Let's hear it for Devika, please. This is Devika's third time at the Smedleys. So thank you, Devika, for making it again to the meeting. We have one more guest here in the hall. Again, we can't call him as a guest, but because he has been here so many times, can I request? We have one. Oh, we just now. Okay, we'll finish with Shanmugam and then come back. Yeah. So Shanmugam, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shanmugam. I am from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I had recently moved to Bangalore to start a business. Myself and my friend, we are manufacturer and marketer in pharmaceutical industry. We have a lot of pharmaceutical products, so we are here to launch. We have a presence in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Delhi, and Bangalore is any place for me. As far as Toastmasters journey is concerned, I started in Toastmasters in 2010. I held several leadership positions as well. I had participated in contest. I won. I went up to district level as well. I was living in Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and Jordan before moving to Bangalore. Wishing you all the very best. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanmugam. I think one thing Shanmugam forgot to say that he is a DTM already. Yeah, he is a distinguished Toastmaster already. So let's hear it for Shanmugam again, please. Okay, so we have two more guests joining in and we'll quickly finish it. Suman, would you like to come online and give your introduction, please? Suman, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Okay, we'll come back to Suman later. Leon, again, can't consider Leon as a guest. He has been here many times. Leon, would you like to unmute yourself and give your introduction, please?
Well, my name is Leon. I think most of you already know me. So I'm the VP PR of Speech Studios Words Club and founder of Rhino Power Corporation. That's about me.
Thank you, Suman, for the introduction. Sorry, Leon. Thank you, Leon, for that introduction. So we have one more, Abhijit. Abhijit, would you like to come on the video, give your introduction, please?
Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to join the meeting today. Well, I am a Toastmaster for a little over 6 years now, and a two-time distinguished Toastmaster. Currently, the newly elected division director for a district in US, which is District 3. And yeah, I'm just loving to be a part of the meeting today.
Thank you, Abhijit. Welcome to Smedley's. All right, so I think it's now time to start off. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the first meeting of the year, right? And I think today's Toastmaster of the day is such a person whom I think I can call her as a juggler. She juggles so many objects at the same time, motherhood, parenting, professional life, personal life, Toastmasters journey. So many objects she keeps juggling. I was totally impressed with her. When she literally helped the club in the last term to get the President's Distinguished Club Award. Smedley's has the reputation of not losing it for 13 years. And I, as the previous president as well, was so apprehensive that, I will get this dubious distinction of being the president in whose term we lost this award. And she came to the rescue of the club. And she went to the extent of going to another club since she was not available on that Sunday. On a weekday, she made time out of her busy schedule. She went to another club, gave her last speech of that level, and then ensured that this club won the President's Distinguished Club. And there is something common professionally between me and her as well. When I went through her LinkedIn profile, I saw that we both have worked in the same in three companies, same companies, IBM, Cognizant, and Capgemini. I worked in all those three companies as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we are going to have a gala time today with her as the first TMOD of this year. Please put your hands together to today's Toastmaster of the day, Ragini Srinivasan.
Thank you so much, Mukund, for that warm and wonderful introduction. Yeah. Okay, I'll unmute it. It has to be removed. Okay, so this has to. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you. Ready, set, go. What better theme to start the new term, the first meeting of the term? I joined Toastmasters a year back, and what I've realized in this whole year is that starting something is good, having lofty goals is also great, but staying committed and consistent is the real deal. And when I look back at my performance over the year, I see that I have lost the momentum at places and have slacked a bit. But it's okay. Today I get an opportunity to say, ready, set, go. Ready for newer opportunities, newer challenges, and set to achieve greater heights, and go all out there without any doubt. So, my dear friends, I would like to ask each one of you, what are you ready for in this new term? What are you looking forward to in this next term? So I can have some answers from a few of you. Varun, you can start. Do you want this or can I do this? Yeah.
Like Ragini said, I've also started my journey a little over a year ago, and I started off flying. I finished three sections. Within one term, and then I haven't done a single thing for the next 2 terms, single speech. So hopefully this today's meeting will get me on the path to start another high, start on a high again. So here's to hoping to do a little more.
Thank you so much, Varun. It's always good to dream and have goals, and let's try to get better and try to achieve it. I want someone else from the online who can tell me, what is that one thing you want to achieve this term? The existing Toastmasters, anybody? I think we don't have, yeah, Utkarsh, he already has a list.
I already have a list that I buy many things, and one of the will be like, I want to achieve 1 lakh subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Utkarsh also always inspires me. He has so much clarity of, what he wants to do. I want one of you in the audience. Nikhil, you would like to?
Well, from last many years, I've been
You want to come here?
trying
Okay, you can speak. Okay, sure.
From last many years, I've been trying to be an early bird, and I was not able to.
We are not able to hear you probably.
Not there. So from last many years, I've been trying to be an early bird. I am a bird, but not an early bird. So the only thing which, I want to do in the next 1 year is to become an early bird. Maybe I can start with 6 a.m., 5 a.m., and then the target is 4 a.m. And I in fact have improved a lot. From 9 a.m. I have now 9 a.m. I am now at 8 a.m. or sometimes 7, but then long way to go till 4. But that's something which I want to target in the next 1 year. I'm sure I will be able to do that. Thank you.
Amazing. Since you have told us all, we will keep a check. They are doing it. Anybody else wants to share anything? Yeah, please come.
Hi everyone. Yeah, Chetan. I'm Chetan. Yeah, so I'm at the ready moment of the ready set go. This is my first meeting as a member, not as a guest. So if I was called guest today, I would be guest emeritus. That would be my fourth meeting as a guest. But what I'm looking forward in the next 6 months, one is to get more social. I'm more of an introvert. While I play sports, but outside of sports, I'm more of an introvert. So I want to improve my social skills. Following what Nikhil said, I am an early bird. I wake up early. I have my own things going on. But in terms of social skills, I think I lack a little bit. So that's what I want to get through this term. Yeah. So thank you everyone.
Great. Thank you so much, Chetan. I think each one can learn. I think you can pass on your social skills to Chetan, and Chetan can give you the early bird skills. Thank you so much for today's meeting. We have all gathered in good number today to start the new term. So a typical Toastmasters meeting consists of 3 sections. So let's get started with that today. The first section is a prepared speech section. The second is a table topic section. And the third one is the evaluation section. We all need feedbacks to improve ourselves. So it's very important to get evaluated. Today, we have someone who is going to be the general evaluator for the whole proceeding of the meeting. He's an IT consultant, and he likes to make fun of himself. But I have seen that his speeches or his even in the table topics, he has a funny side. And it's very interesting to know him and his speeches. I would like to, without wasting much time, I would like to introduce our general evaluator for the day to introduce his role and go through his, introduce his associates also. Over to you, Toastmaster Dilip.
Yeah, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. As a general evaluator, my role would be to evaluate, as the name insists, evaluate the whole proceedings, especially how we organize the meeting, the flow, the time, how we manage the time, the adherence to the Toastmasters proceedings guidelines as an overall. Especially, put in a nutshell, how the whole momentum of the meet will go. To support me in this role, I have a few people who is going to support in this role. And first one would be the timer. We have 2 timers. One is at online, that is Utkarsh, and offline with Amal will be doing. Can you please explain the role? Can come.
Hi, good morning, everyone. For the prepared speech, the time taken is 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5th minute, the green card will be shown. At the 6th minute, yellow card will be shown. At the 7th minute, red card will be shown, and you have 30 seconds of buffer. And if you exceed 7 minutes, 30 seconds, you're disqualified. For table topic, again, the time taken is 2 to 3 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. At the first minute, you will be having a green card, 1 minute, 30 second, yellow card. At the second minute, you will have the red card and you have 30 seconds of buffer. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you're disqualified. For evaluation, the time taken is 2 to 3 minutes. At the 2 minute, you'll have the green card, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, yellow card. At the third minute, you'll have red card. You have 30 seconds of buffer. If you exceed 3 minutes, 30 seconds, you're disqualified. Over to you.
Thanks, Amal, for that crisp explanation. And for the online, Utkarsh is going to display this card as a background, so we all can see that. Okay, we'll go to the next role, that is R counter. Priyanka will be playing the R counter role.
So my role as a counter is to see the people who are using the number of crutches, repeated phrases or words, unnecessary pause, and unnecessary sounds like and so on. So I've already started it. So once the general evaluator calls me, I'll get my report and I'll present it in front of everyone. Back to you.
We have Nitasha on the call. 10:30. So can we continue with her as a grammarian? Yeah. Yeah. So since Nitasha is slightly late, we are going to, Nikhil is going to be the grammarian. Nikhil, can you please come and explain the role?
So I am the grammarian for the day, and as a grammarian, I am going to watch the usage of the words. So bad usages, good usages, pronunciation errors, etc. The word for the day is momentum, which means to keep the things going with a full flow. Just like we have kept momentum during the today's meeting, and I will be giving my report towards the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thanks, Nikhil, for the quick readiness to take up the role and keep the momentum going for this meeting. Next role is parliamentarian. That'll be playing by Arun. Varun, sorry.
Thank you, Dilip. As parliamentarian, my job is to keep a track of the proceedings of the meeting and to make sure that we are not disobeying any of the rules set by the SAA. And also as the listening master, I will make sure that everyone's listening by asking a few questions at the end of the meeting, and hopefully you'll have the right answers. Thank you, Dilip.
That's it, no? Yeah. Thanks, and over to.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for explaining your role, and all the associate role players. So, ready, set, go. So let's get started with today's meeting. Let's start with the first section, which is the prepared speech. Today we have two speeches amongst us, and the first speaker so we have two speeches today. The first speaker is, when I saw her introduction, I think there's a lot to, the introduction itself is quite exhaustive for me. So I think as a person, it will be very interesting to know you. She's an ex-corporate, an entrepreneur. She's a travel buff, music lover, loves cooking also. And she is professionally an image consultant. And okay, so too much for me to take in in a day. So I would look forward to meet you. So over to you. So today's first speaker is Toastmaster Shilpa Reddy. She's from Gabby's Toastmaster Club. Evaluating her today will be Toastmaster Varun. I would request Toastmaster Varun to explain the project guidelines and the speech title.
Shilpa, could you send me?
Okay,
the...
I have.
Oh, you have it. So the pathway is presentation mastery, and the level is L2, P2, effective body language. And yeah, I guess that's it. All the best, Shilpa.
And the time given, what are the time?
5 to 7.
Okay. Thank you so much, Varun. So I would welcome on stage Shilpa, Toastmaster Shilpa from Gabby's to present her speech. And speech title is Make or Fake.
So I want you all to answer me. I have an interesting question for you all. Who in this room doesn't have a maid? Okay, I see a few hands. Who doesn't want a maid? The next question is, who doesn't want a maid? Oh, Tara. Tara raised her hand twice. Okay. Who cannot live without a maid? A lot of hands, I expect. No, I see viewless hands. Okay, I have a mixed reaction here. Well, I'll tell you about what happened with my maid a few years back. Right? On a sunny summer Sunday like this, while I was having my second dose of caffeine, my very stylish maid came to me after her privileged service. And she said, Amma, I need 3 days of leave. For what? To visit a temple in her hometown. Well, I have my item and I Googled instantly. So how far is it from her hometown? You know, how far is from Hyderabad? And it's just 1 hour away. And I couldn't also stop thinking about the thought that what will happen if the maid doesn't come for 3 days in a row? You all can imagine, at least a few of you can imagine that, right? To survive, we cannot survive. So I went and I asked her, Sarita, why would you need 3 days of leave? And what will I do with all these utensils, yeah, for 3 days? And to that, she just smiled because she doesn't have the right answer. Trust me, I couldn't say another word because she gave me such an innocent smile. Instead, I gave her money to put it in the hundi. I wish I had that skill. I wish we all have that skill. Well, now that reminds me of another instance which happened when I joined a new company. It was my first day. I wore my best dress. I groomed well. I walked into the office. I heard music on the floor. I was like super excited. I was like, what a place to be in. So I grabbed my favorite coffee and I was waiting for HR to come and introduce me. Well, here comes the HR and she introduced me to each and every person on the floor. But I will talk about 2 people in specific. Number 1, she looked very busy, engrossed into her computer, busy with her work and dressed simply. And she did not even bother to smile when I was introduced. I felt unwelcome. I had second thoughts. I was like, is this the place that I really want to be? My face turned red with embarrassment. And this bitterness continued over a period of time. We exchanged many cold looks. And eventually, we started complaining about each other's attitude too. It was not a great experience for me on the very first day. But number 2 is called Maunika, who looked very sweet, and who is a new joinee, who dressed up really bright, gave me such a long and broad smile when I was introduced to her. We exchanged a lot of coffees. We had lunches together, and luckily, we ended up being at the same team together and we achieved wonders. It didn't take a lot of effort for me to build a relationship or friendship with her. But wait, why am I telling you guys all these things? Here comes the surprise. Both number 1 and 2 are my best buddies today. Right? But it took an year for me to smile back at TJ. So I wasted an year to break the ice with TJ. That too when we are forcefully sent to lunch by our boss. Whereas with Monica, it hardly took any time for me to build relationship or friendship. The only difference is that the first one did not smile and the second one smiled when we met for the first time. Smile. Yes, smile, ladies and gentlemen. We tend to use it very less, do we? Think about it. Have you ever wondered why we smile so often when we are around kids who smile very frequently? Do you know that it is very tough to frown at someone who is smiling constantly? Because smile is evolutionary, it is contagious, and it suppresses the control we have on our facial muscles. Try it. You cannot frown at me when I keep smiling. Try it. Yes, you can try with your family and friends. But would you believe in what I'm going to say now? Okay, one smile, one broad smile can generate the same amount of brain stimulation equivalent to 2,000 bars of chocolate. Or when you received 16 lakhs of cash in rupees, unbelievable, right? Just one small smile, which is so easy. Yeah, 16 lakhs, not a small amount. But how often do we smile wholeheartedly? How often do we smile wholeheartedly? And what about those situations when smiling gets really tough, when that genuine smile doesn't come out? Well, I have a tip for you. We throw a fake smile. You heard me right. We threw a fake smile. You remember the first person, TJ, whom I had lunch with after an year? I threw a fake smile and it worked. We even laugh about it today when we meet. And she is like, why did you throw a fake smile? And I'm like, it worked, right? Not to worry, Toastmasters, that lipstick or groomed beard won't really define your smile. Smile at your neighbor, smile at your colleague, even if they don't smile. Smile at the shopkeeper, it will make a day for him. Smile at the kids, smile at your loved ones very often. My dear Toastmasters, smiling, make it a habit or at least fake it, fake it. That's all my maid had taught me today. One of the important life lessons. Maids are not just to, survive on a daily routine, but also sometimes teach smart lessons for us. Now, thank you all for bringing out that wonderful smile from within. Thank you again.
Thank you, Shilpa. By taking inspiration from maid to explaining the impacts of smile, I think we had a very wonderful and inciting session with you. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next speaker. He's someone who is a data engineering manager at Accenture. But other than that, he is a sports enthusiast. He's the past president of this club. He plays tennis regularly, and I think now he started learning badminton also. So he has decided that he's not going to leave sports, and he's keeping himself fit with that. And so today, to evaluate his speech, we have someone, Mukund will be evaluating his speech. So the speaker is Alam, Toastmaster Alam, and the speech will be evaluated by Mukund. I'll call upon Mukund to give the project guidelines.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So the purpose of Alam's speech is to show, is for him to practice being aware of his or her thoughts and feelings, as well as the impact of his or her response of his responses on others. Okay. He has to share his experience of completing this project. The time is either 2 to 3 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes. So the time is 5 to 7 minutes. And all the best to Alam.
Thank you so much, Mukund. So I welcome Alam to give the speech on the topic title, Take It Easy. Take It Easy, Toastmaster Alam.
Thank you. We were all sitting in semicircle. My father asked my elder cousin, "What would you like to be when you grow up?" He said he wanted to be an engineer. Then he went to next cousin, and he said he wanted to be a doctor. The third one said he wanted to be a policeman. And then he came to me and asked, "What do you want to be?" I gleefully said I wanted to start a candy shop. Everybody started laughing. What kind of goal is this? And I was quite puzzled. This is the best goal, right? You can eat as many candy as you want, and you earn income also. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, online Toastmasters, and guests. Those were the days when I used to feel that I'm totally blessed. Everything about life was great. My mother was great, father was great, and I had a routine that I would get beaten every day by my mother, and that was also great. There was no stress in life. Then life started to happen slowly and slowly. I did class 10, and then my father sent me off for doing coaching and further education so that I get into engineering, management, what not. In the beginning, it was all fine. Then I started to see the struggle of my father, that how he would give major portion of his salary for my education, even he sold his land also. That started to come to me. Perhaps I'm not deserving of all that. I continued with that, having this hope that I'm going to do something good. And whenever I would slack, I would kind of beat myself. Why I'm not doing that? Why I'm wasting something? Then I got a job, got into a good college, got a job, and then this started. Everybody has this kind of problem, right? In the beginning, when we get into the company, we tell it to ourselves, we are going to hustle for at least 5 to 7 years and make something. So I started to do that. My work hour would be almost 12 hours, Saturdays, Sundays. You call me at 2 a.m. at night, I'll be there fixing bugs, all kind of thing I would be doing. And health-wise, entertainment-wise, everything was on back burner. And it started to take toll on my life. There was free medical health checkup in my company. And I got that, and all the result of there was haywire. Everything was almost borderline and everything. And I started to think what I'm getting from this. Then also I said, no, I have to do something. I have to prove to my father, to this person, that person, to myself. And it was a vicious cycle. I would not like myself. I would always feel that I'm not doing things enough. I'm not doing things great. I'll find fault in everything. And at certain time, it comes to a breaking point when I started to think, perhaps IT is not for me. I decided that I'm going to quit the company and wanted to start something. Actually, I started something with my brother, and he's running it. He was also in IT. He left the company. He's running it. And he said that now with what we have,
a backup, you can take it easy and live your life, have a balance. And if you feel anytime overwhelmed, you can always come and join me. Then I started to think that, yes, I should be prioritizing things. Life is not about just hustling, it is about living also. I used to love playing tennis, badminton, kickboxing. I was not doing that. I wanted to meet people, talk to people. I was not doing that. I was just chasing something and not getting it. So now, from then on, probably 4 or 5 years back, I created a system in which work is still primary priority, but now I give focus on health, my family, and have a system that this much I have to really work so that I do good in my work and I don't have any regret that I'm not working enough. With that, I started. And over the period of time, I have started noticing about other people also. I have seen my friends being very depressed, taking therapies also. And when I look at WHO result, there I saw that in the age group of 15 to 49, 15 to 20% of the people have the problem of depression. Even the very rich, very beautiful people, highly placed people, they have problem of depression, drug addiction, even suicide. So probably we are not looking into the positives of the life which we should be looking. We are not being grateful and we are giving too much attention to the things probably which may not count. Yes, work is important, making mark is important, but health, happiness is also important. So with that, I started like playing regularly, playing sports, talking to the people, little bit of gratitude exercise, a bit of meditation here and there. These all kind of things now gives me a sense of balance. And on the top of that, still I'm saying work is my number one priority because it takes chunk of my time. I'm not ignoring it, but I'm not breaking my back also to prove something to myself that I have to do that. So I'll urge you all, give utmost importance to your health and especially mental health. Do some sort of stoic thinking and meditation, a bit of more gyan, but this is really important. Back to you.
Thank you, Alam. I think that was a very thought-provoking speech. Everybody is going through that hustle, bustle of life. We are all chasing something, but not getting there. And we are not living in the moment also. Missing somewhere here in the families, missing somewhere. So I think we should take it slow. We should live each moment as it is and live in the moment. I think that would be the best thing to do. Okay, wonderful speech there. And moving ahead, so we come to an end to this prepared speech section. The next section here we have is the most awaited one, which is the impromptu speaking section. So I think everybody here will be waiting for when that topic would be thrown to them. So to take this forward, we have someone, she's when I think about her, she's someone who is a very smiling and fun-loving person, very easygoing. I think take it easy would be the right word. She takes things easily, and whenever given a role at the last minute also, she doesn't shy away. She loves to travel, and she is a chef. But other than that, she's looking for a job which can make a difference to women in kitchen line. That is something very inspiring and amazing to me. So I wish her all the best for that goal. And I want to call upon the table topic master for today, Toastmaster Priyanka, to take on the stage.
So as you all know, table topic is something. Table topic is something like a butterfly session for all of us, but I think it in a different way. It is like we all put in different ingredients into the food to make a wholesome dish, you know. So I'll call upon each person and you come and put your part of a little bit of your ingredient into the topic, which can make it even more interesting. So I'm not going to call this a butterfly session, but according to me, I would like to say it's a part of my kitchen line. I'm going to call each one of you and put your own taste to the topics as I throw the topics to you. So as a table topic, you need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute, the green card goes up, 1.30 is yellow, and 2 minutes is 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes is the red card. So the first topic which I like to throw to someone, before I call that someone, I would tell the topic. If it's necessary, the mother of invention, then who is the father? So I would like to call Nikhil Periwal for the topic.
Thank you, Priyanka. The topic is, if it's necessary, mother of invention, who is the father? As we all know that necessity is the mother of all the inventions. And, not all the times, all the words has to be used, right? When we are using the word mother, mother is like, you know, it uh, it uh, it is so vast and um, so broader in nature that it automatically includes all the possibilities of life. But let me delve more into the topic, which is, kind of, necessity is the mother of all the invention. I always believe that it's the only when there is a huge necessity, something new comes up into each and everyone's life. Many a times we live in our normal shell within the four corners of our life, where we don't grow within ourselves and we don't see all the possibilities of life. But suddenly something new comes up into our life. There is a necessity and we see that something new have been developed. And COVID, I think, was a great example of how things were done differently. And that was done only because there was a necessity, and with that necessity came the new inventions. Similarly, there are so many new things which keeps happening in the normal world, in each and everyone's life, and that's how each and everyone grows. And if you ask some of the best and successful people, all that they say is that we keep ourselves in a environment where there is a new demand each and every time, and that's how new things get invented. So remember, necessity is the mother of all invention. And father, we will check it out. Thank you.
I totally agree, because most of the things, mother of invention, ultimately somewhere it is the mother. Father, we are still figuring it out how to get it done. So the second topic, I would like to give it to one of our guests who is in the hall. And the topic is, when was the last time you started something new? And the topic goes to Shanu.
What to do now? It's okay. New year, get set, go as a theme. Good morning, dear friends. Every now and then we have that, we heard, how long you work for someone, you should start your own. This is a common statement which everyone in corporate life comes through, whether through friends, family members, or when they are reading a book, they will have. But when you start a business, things will be so different. It is not true. It is not practical. You don't jump. Believe it or not, that thought came after I left India 5 years later, which means approx 2008. Then I used to inform to my parents, friends, I'm coming to start something new, my own business. After 1 month, someone will call, I had gone back. This happened 5, 6, 7, 8 times. This time, I'm starting true and real. Now I feel actually the opposite way. Things were very easy. Maybe because of my experience, possibly. It appeared to me like a cakewalk. Believe it or not, my dear friends. If you have something in deep you wanted to do, write a book or write a journal, start something new, just try it. I am sure it will work. In my case, I feel so ease and comfort. Can you believe it? I had set a target of 1 crore. I have already achieved in 10 lakhs in 1 month. I am very fresh, new here. I have just to try it. I just approached with my tactics. Now I feel so confident. Even I am asking myself, are you overconfident? Because within 1 month, I have appointed 5 staff. Believe God promise. Yesterday we had a training. I'm telling true from my experience. If you have a deep insight about your life, whether you are expressing love or writing a book, starting your own business, start now. You asked when? I am saying now I have started. Over to you, madam.
I totally agree with Shanu. I'm thinking that there is no point of me working in the hospitality industry and start a small bakery so that I can get inspiration from you. And soon, let me see, it might take time. I'll get back into my feet. And when we have any events which is happening in our club, then you can probably see in very soon cakes and all that coming up in our Toastmasters meeting when we have special events. So the next topic is very interesting, and for a very interesting person, is it possible to lie without even saying a word? And the topic goes to Amalnathan. We have an online timer, no issues. Okay. Is it possible to lie without even saying a word?
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for putting me in a spot. Especially, we communicate more when we don't speak. Married people can understand when husband and wife fights, right? After the verbal confrontation, you see the wife will throw the vessel and husband will bang the door hard. All this communication will happen. And after everything simmers down, we pretend to love each other. We'll keep the food there and we'll walk like this. And she'll keep the water there and walk like this. So there is anger and there is a love. It is all hidden and it is not communicated. Like the communication percentage says, most of the time we communicate through our body language. And the body language reveals whether you're telling lies or truth. These things can be phantom, especially when you are having a bad day with your spouses. And today, fortunately, it was a good day with full of love and full of treat. So you can say love. I mean, anything is possible if you make it, like the adage goes, break that into pieces, right? I am possible. So you can express your love. You can also hide that. Priyanka, I don't know what to say. Over to you.
I know, Amal, how it feels because I got married 3 months back. I know how it is. Tell something to your spouse without even telling a word that you're lying about it. And now I know, after I got married, how it is to be a married life. All this time I was dating, but now it's difficult once you get married. So I'm giving a topic to one of our online guests also. What makes you smile and the person whom I'm giving it to Tara, because whenever I see you, you have always a nice, beautiful smile. So the topic is yours.
Uh, what was the table topic was what makes me smile, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, so actually a lot of things make me smile. Little things and big things. So little things can include a call with my loved ones, or just helping someone really brightens up my day. Seeing people go and do about their own days. And I really love watching old couples walking and going around, and talking about their daily lives. That's really, really cute to me. It puts a big, big smile on my face. And the big things that I really, really love, or that I really smile about is celebrating other people's and my own achievements in life, and celebrating those milestones are a big, big thing to me. And other big things are like improvements in our daily lives, and small little things as well in our daily lives also is a big, big thing to me. So there's actually no measurement for me to make me smile at anything. Yeah, so learning is also a big, big thing to me as well. So when I learn something new, I get really, really happy that I understand new things, and this really opens up my eyes to many aspects of life. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. Now I know like the small, small things in our life which can really make us smile. Let it be giving food to a child who's on the road who's not had food, and seeing the smile in that child's face makes us smile a lot. So this is one last topic for the online people. If Abhijit Roy, you're here. Okay. So this I would like to give it to one of our Shiva. Shiva, you're here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Shiva. This topic is, what is the difference between living and existing?
Oh, thank you so much, table topic master. Living and existing. This is something I've been always. I've been considering this. Existing is something survival. If I have to exist, it's just survival that I need. What do I need for survival? It's like the basic chores, like proper air to breathe, good water to drink, food, everything. But living is a very larger perspective. It's not just surviving this body, but it's like the purpose of survival. Living is more about purpose of survival, why I am here, what I'm trying to do from this life, what I have got. Being happy, enjoying life. These are few aspects of living the life. Most of the time we spend our lifetime running around, trying to meet the day's end, everything. But we forget that small little bit things in day-to-day life. One simple thing is like just Tara mentioned, smile. Smile is one such important thing which cheers up so much, which brings us so much of energy in us.
You see the
From
two.
office, but also including the hobby in my day-to-day activity. That's called living. I'm here in Smedley's club because this is part of the living as well. Because this is not my day-to-day chore, but here I am because it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel complete. Over to you, table topic master. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. Now you explain to us how we should differentiate between living and existing, because sometimes I live in a world which things are not existing. I'm in my own dream world. So thank you for differentiating me, telling the difference between living and existing. So this comes to an end of the table topic session, and I hand it over to our ever charming Ragini at tabletop Tiomodi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka, for such a lovely table topic session. You have made sure with that time available, maximum number of people could participate in. So with this, we come to an end to the impromptu speaking session. And also it's time for us here, since it's a hybrid meeting, we are going to take a short break. It's like a 10 minutes break. And then we will come back to resume the meeting. So the folks online also, if you want, you can grab a cup of coffee or take in some time off and then join in 5-10 minutes. Okay, see you then. Okay, so welcome back. Online. Yeah. Great. So, yeah, we have finished 2 sections of our meeting, and the third and the most important section is pending right now, which is very, very important for us, everyone, to grow as a team, as a club. We need to get constructive feedback, and we need to see where and all we can improve. Before that, I would just like to ask one last question here, like in continuation to today's theme. What is that any particular goal we can set as a team for Toastmasters, our Smedleys, to make it better? Anybody wants to volunteer? As we are starting a new term, do you think anything? Start meeting on time. Yeah. Have fun meetings. More members offline. Anybody online wants to say something? Any feedback or suggestions that we can start from this year? This Utkarsh, I think others are also welcome if they want to. Okay. Utkarsh, you're saying something, you're on mute.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying
Okay,
like,
fine.
whatever.
Okay, great. With that, let us move to the next important section, the general evaluation. For this, I'll be calling the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Dilip, to present his findings.
Thank you, Ragini. So obviously, I mean, the first feedback is going to be the starting time delay. But we have a theme that get, set, go, but it became get, reset, and go. So that we did well. We started around 10, 12, and well resetted, and we went well. That's a good thing. And we had some the technical glitch. I think we can have some kind of a routine we can follow and ensure it is not happening next time. And to start with, Sergeant Arms Utkarsh, I think he did a wonderful job, very energetic starting, very precise, crisp, and kept the momentum going in the first go itself. Give a big round of applause to Utkarsh. Next comes the presidential address. The presiding officer, Mukund, did a fantastic job. He reminded the importance of completing the speeches, get, set, go, maybe the right theme to start a new term, and he did very well, and also urged us to complete the speeches, completing the pathways, and also given personal example. He himself is setting an example for all us to do that. And even I did 2 days back, I also completed level 1 because of all this encouragement from Mukund and Nitasha. And give a big round of applause to Mukund. And he also introduced those guests very well. And that's a big encouragement for people to join the club as well. And that's a motivation. So I'll come to the TMOD later. And next is the speeches. So I'll invite the speaker number 1 evaluator, Varun, to give the feedback.
Thank you, Dilip. I know the speaker is not online, but I'm just going to read out my evaluation with the hope that she will see it and hopefully there'll be value to her. First of all, apologies for not having the guidelines ready, but then I made enough notes. Hopefully this should be useful enough. So make or fake for effective body language. You started off with a wonderful question, who has a maid, and involved the audience. It was a very easy question, so almost everyone had an answer for you. And it was very relatable because during lockdown, we all faced that issue and we knew what you were going through, and We felt that pain. So it was a very good question. And you had a very conversational tone throughout your speech. So we all enjoyed it a lot. Since the speech was body language, the body language was a big plus. You used your body language very well. You pointed out to a new dress. You showed people walking in and out, and you expressed that very well with your body language. And people were engrossed in the computer. All that you showed very well. And in fact, when you said that, the embarrassment, we felt that cold shoulder. It was that well done when the person didn't look up to you. And the long, broad smile, you also had a lot of variety in your speech. The vocal variety was very good. You used pauses when you asked questions. You asked several questions throughout the speech, and each time you paused for an answer. And you also walked the talk in the sense that you smiled throughout the speech. You didn't just advise us to smile, you also had the smile throughout the course of the speech. And I was wondering why you left the maid story unfinished at the top, but then after the speech, you circled back to it and you made it a complete circle. That was a very nice touch. Some of the feedback that I have are some of the pauses that you used were very long, longer than required or longer than you intended. I don't know if you were trying to remember it or that was actually as intended, but some of them could have been shortened. And another time, I don't know if you looked at the computer, if you had notes on the side, that could be avoided. So I would encourage that you do the speech in an offline setting as well. And you are welcome to Smedley's to do that once again. We'd love to hear the speech and listen to you in person. Another one suggestion that I have for you is the voice. While the voice modulation was very good, when you had characters and you had two characters interacting with each other, you changed your voice to say, show the character of the maid or the character of your friend TJ. While we understood the nuance, it could have been more impactful if you had two different voices. But overall, we loved the speech. It was very, very interesting. And we will go back with a smile. And you definitely made an impact. It was a very nice speech. And I'm sure you've met the objectives of the speech. Thank you.
Thanks, Varun. Give a big round of applause to Varun. That was a well-rounded feedback. In fact, one thing what Shilpa said really hit me well. How often we smile wholeheartedly. So it was a big question we always can ask ourselves. So we always have some tension in our mind, and we forget that. Babies do that because they don't have to think. So I'll call the next evaluator, Mukund, to give the feedback.
Yes, it's so easy to clip this, you know? This. That's it. All right. Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, Toastmasters, and Alam in particular. So, Alam, this speech and the last one of level 3 in your pathway will be evaluated on 3 parameters. The first one is, did the member grow or not grow from the experience? Right. The second parameter is, did the member practice being aware of his or her thoughts and feelings? You know, did he practice being aware of the thoughts or not? And the last one is, was he aware of the impact of his response on others? Okay. The first one, did the member grow or not grow from the experience? Yes, the member really grew, and you articulated it very well. The way, you know, life was a bliss for you during your childhood, and then you had to move into the next phase of your life where it became a kind of a struggle. You had to prove yourself. Now you started wondering whether you could live it up to your parents' expectations or not. You saw your parents struggling and doing everything to bring you up, and whether you could give it back or not. So that was running in the back of your mind. And the one thing that you always want to do was prove to everybody and anybody that you are there to do it. So these were the experience that you are going through. Then I think you took a phase where you joined your brother in his business, and then you got an advice, if I'm not mistaken, from your brother to have a balance in the life, right? So, and then you started going for kickboxing and sports and all other things. You really started living. So that is what I call growing out of your experience. So I think you very well met your first parameter, which asks whether did you grow out of your experience? Yes, you have definitely grown out of your experience. Now, did you practice being aware of your thoughts and feelings? Did you really practice? So what I understood from your speech was that initially you're totally engrossed with proving to everybody. So your thoughts didn't go to the fact that you had to have a living, right? You are thinking of only existing. So till that time, I don't think you were practicing or being aware of your thoughts. But once you got that flair of being enjoying life, then I think you started being aware of, yes, these are my thoughts. I can be this also. I don't have to keep struggling. No, you very said, I stopped hustling and started living. That is something that shows that, yes, you were aware of your thoughts and feelings and you took action towards it. But where I think you fell short, or rather it didn't come across in your speech, was whether you were able to gauge the impact of your behavior, of your responses on others. That is something you could have brought it out very well in your speech. You could have said, yes, I was not going through the right time, and this told on my family. I started reacting like this, I started reacting like that. I was not responding. And this is what was the impact of my thoughts on the speech, on your family. So I think that is the last point where I thought you fell short, but you very clearly cleared the first two parameters of your speech. Otherwise, an excellent speech, a conversationalist type of speaking, very natural, very logical. The thoughts were simply flowing out of your mind, which was so evident. Thanks to you for giving this speech, and all the best for your next level as well. Thank you.
That is the feedback for me. Well presented feedback, Mukund. Give a big round of applause to Mukund. Okay, now comes the table topic session. That itself is a get set go, right? Because before you declare that topic, we all are get set and ready to go. But when she call the name, only the person goes and speak. Till then, we are all on the ready to go and speak the topic. So Priyanka did a fantastic job where you're very energetic, and we actually create a lot of enthusiasm in all of us attempting table topics, which is a rarity because we are nobody literally come and speak here. And you connected the topics or introduced as if like it's a food ingredient, like your topic, you can put your flavor into the food. That was a very nice take on the table topics as a whole. And the topics were so apt, and you called the speakers who can really relate to the topic and speak on that. But unfortunately, we don't have much time to cover most of the audience we have today because of the time pressure. I think that is only one thing I would say. And one more feedback I have is like be consistent in terms of calling. Sometimes you declare the topic and call the speaker. Other times you specify the speaker, then set the topic. Can be a small improvement on that. Otherwise, big round of applause to Priyanka. Now comes the Toastmaster of the day, Ragini. And what I like about your presence is that you have very pleasing and welcoming personality as a TMOD. We all love to see you on the stage and hear from you. That's a big plus I would see. And you use the theme first so that you encourage people to asking people and call the involvement of the audience. That was a very fantastic take to start a speech as a TMOD. Well, fantastically done, right? And that is an inspiration for all of us. So because new year, new start, that was a big thing. And a couple of feedback I have is that the speaker introduction can be a bit more, maybe slight preparedness was lacking, can be better. And I think that is only, and one more thing, which we typically miss in that online, hybrid meeting, Mukund did just now. When the speaker comes to the stage, you shake hand, and then you give the stage to the speaker. The same thing happens by leaving also. Maybe it's the one thing that we can improve, all of us. That's the only feedback I have. Otherwise, fantastic job, Ragini. We never knew that we are doing for the first time. Give a big round of applause to Ragini. I think that's it, right? Timer, sorry, I have. So all that, role takers, I think I will request them to give their reports. So how the timers would give, you giving or Utkarsh to be giving? Yeah, I think, Amal can give the reports to the people in the hall, and Utkarsh can give report people speaking online. You can come.
Hi, everyone. Everyone kind of stick to the time, except Mukund. Mukund has taken 3 minutes 43 seconds, disqualified. Sorry, yeah, 3 minutes 43 seconds.
13 seconds is the difference.
Yeah, yes. Sorry, yeah. So for the prepared speech, Shilpa took 6 minutes 58 seconds. Alam took 7 minutes 14 seconds. For table topic, Nikhil took 2 minutes 11 seconds. Sanmugam took 2 minutes 2 seconds. Amal took 1 minute 25 seconds. Tara and Shiva's report, I request Utkarsh to give.
Tara took 1 minute 40 seconds and Shiva took 1 minute 30 seconds.
Thanks. And for the evaluation, Varun took 2 minutes 43 seconds.
Thanks to both the timers. And now I call our counter, Priyanka.
So as my R counter report, most of us have used certain crutch words, like our G had used well couple of times, like in his throughout his GE report and when he was introduced. Our second and place he used and R 2-3 times. Then second speaker Alam had a couple of, he's been used quite frequently in his speech. In the table topic session, Priyanka as a table topic master had 2 R's and 2 ums. And most of us have used the R's and ums very, very 1, 2, that's it, not much. So we were all aware that we should not use much of crutch words because the R, like CK used to tell me, the encounter specialist, Priyanka's an R counter specialist, she's very, be an eye on her. So people were aware. So there were less R's and ums. So back to you.
Yeah, we all have the fear of Priyanka checking and regularly giving the same report. I think that's a good thing. Now I call the grammarian to give the report. Nikhil.
Thank you, Dilip. I think we had a very neutral meeting today, which would mean that there was neither too bad or wrong usages of the words and phrases. At the same time, we didn't had too much of extraordinary words and phrases used. So let me give my small report. Some of the good usages of words: contagious, thought-provoking, articulate. Some of the good phrases used: hustle bustle of life. Some of the corrections: I throw the topic to you could have been mentioned as, told as, let me throw some topic to you. Well, let me come to the word for the day. The word for the day was momentum, and I think everyone was on the momentum, themselves on the momentum, so they forgot to use most of them the word. The only one person whom I saw using the word was Dilip multiple times, and Ragini used it once, but apart from that, I didn't see anyone. Is there anyone? So in that case, my listening power is almost okay. All right, so that's all from my report. Thank you.
Next I call the parliamentarian Varun.
Thank you, Dilip. As the parliamentarian, I have a few areas that we can improve as a club. One is the starting time, which was already mentioned by the GE, and myself included. We should function like a well-oiled machine and start on time every time. So I will also step in to help there. The second and third notices that I made, where one was we had the role not identified until very late on to the meeting. So I heard Utkarsh and Ragini say a few good words that probably were not captured because we didn't have a grammarian. And also myself, I wasn't ready for the evaluation. So those are the things as a parliamentarian that I noted. Coming to the listening master, I have a few questions for you. This one is for everyone other than Alam and Mukund. What did Alam want to be when he was a young boy? Yes. Next question, Shilpa is not there, so anyone can answer. Who were her two friends in office? What were their names? Anyone else? Anyone online who remembers the friends? No? TJ and Maulika. Monica or Maulika? I don't know. Okay, anyway, nobody had it. The third one is for everyone except Tara. What is one of the small things that she especially loves that makes her smile? Utkarsh?
To call her loved ones.
No, her most favorite small thing.
Seeing old couples. Sorry to
Sorry?
interrupt, but seeing
Exactly,
old couples.
yes. Mudit got it. Seeing old couples, watching old couples.
Yes.
So I have one last bonus question. It's a fill in the blank, and everyone can answer except Mukund. Dash signifies new beginnings. What did Mukund say that signifies new beginnings?
White paper.
Blank paper, yes. Thank you.
I think that's it from the evaluation point of view. Give a big round of applause to everyone. Such a momentous meeting, and get reset and go. Over to Ragini.
Thank you so much, Dilip, for the wonderful report. So you have analyzed from start to the end. Yes, we started a bit late and there were a little bit of aberrations here and there, but still we have managed to kickstart this meeting of the term, the first meeting, with a lot of enthusiasm and energy. So with this, my role ends here. I thank every one of you to give me this opportunity to be the TMOD today. And I would call the president of the club today to take it forward from here. Over to you, President Mukund. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, guys. Okay. All right. Let's hear it for today's Toastmaster of the day, Ragini Srinivasan. Excellent session. I think we really kickstarted 2 speeches, 5 table topics, a great evaluation. I think we have, I think we have started on the right foot, so to speak, in this year. And all we can hope for is to get more and more great speeches coming our way in this year, right? Okay, we have a very small activity that needs to be done right now. Yeah, and before I get on to that activity, what I would request is, for the sake of voting, if you could grab one of the piece of paper and just share it amongst yourselves and give a vote on who is the best speaker. You don't have to vote on the evaluator because there is only one. I got disqualified, so only one evaluator. 2 speakers. Who is your best speaker? Who is your best table topic master? No, not master, sorry, table topic speaker. And then who is the best role player? Yeah. So maybe just pass on that paper to others, and then we can just, you can do a WhatsApp code.
WhatsApp call, no.
Yeah. You can just share it. Huh.
How many just blank and maybe you can write. Yeah, everybody.
And please send it to Priyanka. Once you are done, just send it to Priyanka. Okay. In the meantime, I will just, I need someone to click pictures as well. So, I'll just wait for Ragini to come back. Sorry. So it's Nikhil, Nikhil, Amal, yeah, Nikhil, Shan, Amal. Okay, friends, this is a very special activity, and I'm so glad that we are starting this in our very first meeting. We are doing this in our very first meeting. You know, we are going to release a newsletter now, and this is like paying tribute to our departed founder, Chendil Kumar. Right? We thought it would be very apt on our part to come out with a newsletter only for him. It would have been great if someone from his family would have been here to release this newsletter today. But unfortunately, they have still not overcome the loss yet. And they were not in a position to come here to release this newsletter. So instead, we did this. We collected articles on CK from many of our members, right? And I have to say that one of our other founder, Pramod Shankar, was very helpful in collating all the articles and putting it in a decent shape, in a newsletter shape, right? So I would now like to release the newsletter. There are around 10 newsletters over here. This is for all of us over here. Of course, the other members will get it online. We will send the soft copy to everybody. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the newsletter dedicated to our departed founder, Sri Chendil Kumar. It will be here. Please take a copy for yourselves, and all the online participants will get it. Will get a soft copy.
What is the frequency of the newsletter?
It should be once a year, as per the norms of the Toastmasters International. But this time we did one more. Yeah.
So we invite articles from
Yes.
We can have more than.
You can have more than one, of course.
Who can I suggest we do it for this quarter, not just for the who will this
More the merrier. More the merrier. But I think I have to tell you in advance that it will be a challenge getting the articles because people will be very busy. Yeah, please come over. So friends, while you are busy putting in the ballot papers, filling in the ballot papers, Chetan will give his views on the newsletter.
Thank you, Mukul. So,
can you just
no, I'll hold it. Yeah. So I have a suggestion for all of us here. The suggestion is about the newsletter. So instead of having once a year, I think we should have twice in the term. So once a quarter, and I think maybe gradually we can move to a higher frequency. The idea is to collate articles, and I can lead the charge if there are other team members who are interested to help collect articles, edit them, and also help publish them, at least in an online format. I'll welcome them. The articles can range from personal experiences to work experiences, anything that you want to talk about professionally, any stories that you've come across that you want to share, or anything about Toastmasters that you want to improve. So that's what the objective will be. So with this, I'll invite nominations in case somebody else also wants to drive this with me to publish newsletter for the quarter, July to September. Thank you.
Thanks, Chetan. Excellent. I think we really love that initiative that you have taken up. My one other suggestion would be to get in touch with Natasha. She's our Vice President, Public Relations. Usually it is the role of the VP PR to release newsletters. So, you can just have a word with her and then you can, do this task. Excellent. So that is what we had. I think the online guys have also got the poll. They can please go ahead and fill the ballots. And with that, we have just one more session, which is what we call What's the Buzz. Yeah. So anybody who wants to talk about anything in their lives that has happened in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which they would like to share. Anyone online? Utkarsh? Yeah, Utkarsh, go ahead. Unmute yourself and start speaking.
So I guess 2-3 weeks back, I was working on a project with an artist. Can everyone see me because of that poll?
Yeah, just. Yeah, go ahead, Utkarsh.
So yeah, 2-3 weeks back, 2-3 weeks almost back, I was working on a track. So I would love to play that track. This is a very funny track on which I was working on. Just a second. Yeah, here it is.
समान समून तुझे घट लुट्टिया करो पुलिस आ गई पुलिस
This is a hip hop genre.
हुजूर यार कभी तो अच्छे गाने बना लिया यार भाई क्या करते हैं चुल्लू पर पानी में डूब मर 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 तू जाके चुल्लू पर पानी में डूब मर चुल्लू पर पानी में डूब मर चुल्लू पर पानी में डूब मर अपना काम देख हवा आग दे तुम्हें नहीं जानते तो क्यों बड़ा चाटते
So 2-3 like weeks back, I was working on this project, and we have also shot a vlog, a total BTS, how I made this track. So it will be soon out on YouTube, and you guys can also see that.
Great, excellent, Utkarsh. That was really good. As usual, headbanging music by Utkarsh. So, anybody else? Yeah. I hope it won't be about kickboxing.
No, it is not about kickboxing. It is about something going beyond even you can think. So in last meeting, I said that I started playing poker. So in poker, they have tournaments. So I played one tournament last week, and I was in first 3, but we took deal. I took deal, and I got 20,000 as an award. Oh. So that is the poker tournament.
All right, anybody else, please? No? Okay, so while the ballots are being counted, I think there are a lot of things for us to improve also. on in our meetings. Although we come here on time, sometimes the technology, doesn't help us in a much way, which is what happened. I was thinking that, okay, we have done this so many times. Today also it could be fine. And it was fine initially, but then I don't know, the Zoom, suddenly it went off. And after some time, it of course came back, which was a good thing. But that was unexpected. So I don't know if there is any other solution for this, which makes us sure that there won't be any glitch in the whole meeting. But we will figure that out. Yeah, that is one thing. And we are also trying to do a lot of things. We're trying to bring up our website. We want to keep it updated. Go ahead with first Sunday and the third Sunday as having hybrid meetings so that people will come here. We have a lot of things in our minds. We are having our XCOM meeting very shortly, and we will discuss there how should things go on, in a very regular way. Like what should a secretary do? What should a VP head do? Something that a tick mark has to happen every week. Okay, this is done, this is done, this is done. So that we try to bring in some discipline into whatever we are doing. This is again basically lessons learned from what we did not do in the last term, and we want to improvise on that in this term as well. So that is what I have to say. Are the ballots ready, Priyanka? Okay, no problem. Take your time. Okay. Yeah, sure. So I see we have 3 guests online and 1 guest offline. So Shanmugam, would you like to tell something about the Toastmasters meeting?
Sorry. Good morning once again. See, I was sharing with some of our friends during the break. This club name was suggested by CK. He used to visit to Dubai. You all know that he's a very close friend of mine. We are missing him very lot. Means I know entire family. Now you said they are here, I can meet them. They were there in Qatar actually, and if they are there, I can go and say hello. I do not know their house address, all those things. He has recommended. He not only recommended, he always mention it, whether it is in online, social media. So expectations are set high. The expectations are set high means when you are physically there, you may feel you expect more. As simple as that, I put it like that. I expect more in simple feedback, because when it comes to speakers, of course, they prepare and come, but the quality of the meeting comes when the evaluator and the silent role players called timers and counters, the way in which, because it's a small role, 2 minutes role. If they put in little effort, the quality will go up. Speakers, of course, it is understood, they will prepare, but the quality of the meeting comes up with the evaluators and other role players, then automatically it will give a big impact for those who comes as an audience, they will feel. So maybe it is my fault that I expected a lot, but I think there is a scope for improvement. For example, if you allow me to elaborate 1 minute, if a speaker, today's speaker, the topic was your body speaks. So as an evaluator, as a friendly man, he's my close friend, by the way, but we talk about body language more as evaluator, not as a speech generally, what I liked about it. Body language, the very first point when you are talking about body language, he should stand so everyone can see, so that body language can be noticed. So you give feedback more about the core objective. Every speech has a scope of core objective. Like that, if you speak about it, the person who listens, not only the speaker, the audience will get great insights. Oh, these are the minute things they were observing. When I come, they will observe. So I want to join in a club. So the evaluator make a big impact for the quality of a meeting. This is my small observation. Over to you. Overall, it was fantastic. It's like a family. In fact, I brought some gifts for you. I wanted to deliver it at the end of the meeting. Now it's a good time to announce. I have organic mangoes from Chennai. I brought it. I want to announce it at the end of the meeting. You got me. You give me the opportunity to announce it now itself.
Thank you. Thank you, Shanmugam. So we have some guests online. Maybe Mudit, you haven't spoken throughout the meeting. Do you want to tell us about the meeting?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so it was a great experience for me, considering this was my first time. And now I might regret why I haven't joined it maybe 1 year earlier, because since then Utkarsh has been talking about this. So yeah, but I will continue to join you guys and see how it goes for me. Overall, it's been a great experience for me, listening to different perspective of each and everything out. Yeah, overall, it's been a very positive experience for me. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Mudit. Let's hear it for Mudit, please. Tara?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, same as Mudit. I would have gladly joined much earlier, since Utkarsh has been talking about you guys for a very long time. And definitely I can see that a lot of people from all walks of life sharing their insights on different topics that we have, especially on the table topics, is definitely an eye-opener for me.
Thank you, Tara. Okay, I think that we have the ballots ready, I suppose.
Our best speaker for today, any guesses? Alam. Our best table topic speaker, Amal. Now we know how married life is. Our best Toastmaster for the day is Ragini. And our best assignee is none other than Utkarsh Arora. That's it. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. And friends, with this, we close the first meeting of this term and meeting number 881. Thank you.